This is the hollow log. And this used to be how you would find your way out to where you would camp. When I was a boy and I would come to this stretch of woods with my parents, it was free. It was all free camping. It wasn't state property yet. For those of you that are old school California, you remember that. A lot of the beaches weren't. And Navarro by the Sea was free. There was people living in buses in the bushes, all that kind of stuff. And then these very ruts that you see, me and my parents would drive out here with Ritter, who hopefully you'll meet in some of the videos coming up. And so when you're bombing down the road at night, and you're in a stretch of redwoods like this, or any woods, it's really hard to figure out where your turnoff is, because there are just a lot of old logging roads leading off into everywhere. So this was our favorite stretch to go out in here, and that's how we recognized it, was this hollow log. And it's actually been eaten by the trees next to it over the years. So these are all living roots that grow through it. And I'm sure 1 million people, no exaggeration, have stopped here and took a picture inside of it. It's the body of a huge old redwood that's fallen over. That's how big it is. So somewhere out there, in the middle of all that, in the middle of the nights, if you're from a long time ago, you remember, and we would put logs all around our camp so that the people on the motorcycles and ATVs and other four-wheel drives and stuff wouldn't come over and run into you. There was big cathedral hollows out here that are beautiful and stuff. And so it would be a celebrated thing. You can imagine being a kid in the car, are we there yet? Look for the hollow tree and driving back and forth, getting up to Navarro's store, knowing that you missed it, and then turning back around until you finally catch the edge of your headlights on this thing that's that far off the road and go, it's the hollow tree. So, something clapped in the background. Right on, right on. Okay. Highway 1. These might be over here. These are our thimbleberries. So I've been eating these since as a boy. Make sure wherever you are in the world that you're identifying the plants correctly. Don't just watch a video and then go eat things that look like that, because there are dangerous lookalikes out there. But I know for a fact that that's a thimbleberry, because I know these well from my region, and I would only eat this in the area where I've always eaten them, which is right here on the side of this road. Ah, good stuff. Sometimes no flavor. That time a lot of flavor. The rest of these aren't quite ripe yet. You can see they're not. Oop. We can cheat that one. Okay. We're back out here at Navarro by the Sea. Oh yeah. And we're gonna do some rock hounding. I hope that you are okay with that. There are huge amounts of gravel beds here with just beautiful rainbows of littles showing up. Oh, lots of beautiful chirps and stuff. Look at these greens. These are mostly all chirts. There's some green jaspers. It kind of gives itself away, because there'll be other things like the quartz swirls. See little bits of yellow in there. More veining altogether. So piece of lighter colored shirt. These are all just what I picked up already. I'll put those in the bag. This one is really pretty. It's like flat pendant. Nice translucence to it. Got that rose and then the green on the edges. And then this one looked like it had a little pink of, could be feldspar or something, but with the green mix too. A lot of these are almost polished out already. Oh yeah.
What? Santa Barbara.
Nice red yellow jasper into a aqua colored, that might actually be a green jasper. This one that Olive picked up, it's got little agates in it. Well, some water lines and some silicate fill there. A little red jasper, some quartz fill. Into just some absolute deep, luscious greens. It's all the shades of green that chert can be. Probably a little chunk of nephrite or jadeite there would be my guess. It's more common in smaller pieces at the coast. And more chert. All the shades of green. Those will all be in there. Bright oranges in that. Olive's helping us gather. She's adding to these. Danielle picked this one up. It's an opposite jasper, so it's just the pure clear chalcedony. We just call them microcrystalline quartz if you want to. Fill with very little of the yellow jasper left, so that it's a reverse. Nice. Olive's over here gathering up all of these for you for display. This is incredible. Look at this rock. Look at this. This is insane. Beautiful chunk of jasper. Yellow gold jasper. All broken with chalcedony fill, and then looks like a dendritic green has grown in amongst it. Gorgeous. You see all the broken pieces of yellow and gold, and then just the water world that filled in between it. And then the greens. Look at the contrast on that. Oh yeah. Here is another awesome jasper for you. Oh. Oh yeah. Remember that jasper is just the same thing. It's in the chalcedony group. It is an agate that you can't see through. It's a chalcedony that you can't see through. It can be any of the colors. It's just non-translucent. You can see the chalcedony film mixed together. But yeah, there's a good example of a California jasper. Look at that one. Wow. And here's a nice yellow jasper with all of its chalcedony veins coming through, and it's kind of ghosted over the whole thing. Some nice color. I was actually diving down for some of these little, just emerald green little pieces of turf. There's some translucent little chunks. And just as green as you can imagine for how green this stuff is. Little bits, ooh. Yep. Nuts and nuts and nuts. Wow. Look at that chunk of just blue, green beauty. There's looks to me like a church still, but I'm guessing a church. It is this beautiful and this green around here. No less, remember these are all semi-precious stones, so until you make something carved and crafted out of it, they're about worth the same. You know, jade worth more, of course, but all of these agates, all of these cherts, all of these jaspers are about equal, and they're all this hardened silicate beautifulness. Got some green to it. Okay. Ooh. There's every shade of apple green here. Just beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Oh. Please be careful when you are at the ocean. Never turn your back on the ocean unless you can gauge the strength of the ocean, and you never really can. Do not put yourself in some spot where it can grab you. It's just not worth it. Don't push too hard. Mother Nature can always push back harder. That. You can always put your opinions down below. I guess it could be a chert because it could still be a layer. You see how that could be the bottom of the layer, that could be the top, even though it's bent. Still be a flat stone, and it does get broken, and it does get infilled with quartz. But that one is hard, man. It got baked until it's super crystalline, for sure. Either way. That is beautiful. And then the rest of the things in my hand, I gathered up here in the dry, but I thought you might want to see them wet. This is a mix of red and green chert. It's pretty easy to know what they are when you see the two together, no matter how they've metamorphosized and been swirled up. Going down back in the water. This one, I'm guessing, is a kind of tannish chert. There are so many flavors of it. It's one of the main minerals besides the different quartz mixes. So this little guy, he's out of here. Boom. Same thing, very translucent little nodule of chert. This one, even without a microscope, even without this camera, you could see the little bits of microorganisms. I'm assuming, unless that's some sort of rutilation, but oftentimes it's bits left over from when this was on the ocean floor as a soft sedimentary mud, basically made wholly out of the decomposed siliceous bodies of tiny marine animals. And in that, they left some of their body parts behind that you can see. Another deep green, little kind of crackly, bubbly thing. And then this one, another quartz green mix. Translucent either way. Nice, beautiful green. I thought I just saw something out here, but maybe I was not. The water keeps churning this here, but you gotta run back away and not get killed each time. Yeah. Like a blue. Ooh. That looks more like a green jasper. It's a little too aqua and blue to be a jade, as I always call it. And color's just a little different than what I would call a chert, but probably still a silicate, probably in the green aqua. Chalcedony cannot see through it, so I will call you Jasper family. These are going to be the last ones, and then these guys, and me are going to skedaddle out of here. Reds, browns, blues, broken mix of all the cherts. This just a nice, this might be a greenish jasper. Yeah, it's looking more like it. You kind of see that it's not just one type of stone, like the see-through. Even if it's broken, you can tell that it's just layers of one general type of stone. See how this is not? Looks like a mix of different colors and stuff a little bit. Green jasper. This one is a jasper. Kind of tans, pinks, yellows, broken and then filled in. Lots of floating islands in there and hidden deltas under the fog of the chalcedony. More little greens. All cherts, but some beauties. And yeah, that is quite the low bag. And then let me show you the polyol that Olive gathered up for you. Nice, kiddo. Wow. That is a selection of everything you could find on the California coast. Little jaspers, all the shades of cherts. Browns. This one looks like a zebra or some sort of crops out in the Midlands. All kinds of stuff. Look at these. Ooh, literal gemstones. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Wow! Ollie, the little X. I like the little X. That little one with the little. Oh, wow.
Are those olives?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, flies on my shoulders. I gotta put my shirt on. Pure little pieces of chalcedony. Yeah. Okay, gonna load it up.